guys, Nicole Virgil here. Thanks for stopping by today. The video today is going to be the first in a series of videos where I tell our hoop house story. I'm going to call this series City of Elmhurst Hooplah, and I'll arrange a playlist where all of the videos are contained so you can keep track of them there. Once I upload all the videos that get you caught up to present, I'll keep adding videos to this playlist so that I can update you as the events move forward. We still have work to do. For those of you who are interested in more information right now, we do have a website which you can visit at elmhursthooplah.com, where there's a timeline, there's an FAQ, there's a lot of media coverage from years of this having gone on, and some video content. So you can stop over at elmhursthooplah.com. Here we go. It was spring of 2013 when I decided, after having watched several food documentaries and learning about our industrial food system, I decided that I wanted to grow some food for myself. I figured people have been growing food and sustaining themselves for a really long time, and that I should try it out. Additionally, I had a lettuce problem. It seemed like every time I bought lettuce at the store, or at least most of the time when I bought lettuce at the store, I would blink twice, come home, and the lettuce would not be in such great shape. Didn't really want to eat it, didn't look so appealing anymore. So I decided that my first project would include the growing of lettuce. So I built a small bed, a small raised bed, 4 feet by 4 feet, and I followed the Mel Bartholomew square foot gardening method, and we had a rip-roaring year. We grew lots of lettuce and onions and beans and just lots of good stuff. It went really well, it was really productive, my kids learned a lot. So we were off to the races. In 2014, we built 2 more beds, only instead of being 4 feet by 4 feet, it's 4 feet by 30 feet. So we really had some room to stretch out and grow. We did this again in 2015 and filled up our backyard. We were really happy with the amount of food that we could grow. We were having a good time. We were eating better quality food. It was just good all the way around, except for one thing. After learning to grow food, we sort of realized that the growing season here in Elmhurst, which is a suburb of Chicago, it's a really short growing season. So I started doing some research and reading books and thinking about, how we could work with that. And it didn't take too long for me to stumble onto the writings of Eliot Coleman. One of his books is called 4 Season Harvest. And he's a guy who grows food in Maine, and I'm from New England. It's cold in Maine. This resonated with me. I understood the depth of the freeze in Maine. So I thought, if he can grow food 4 seasons of the year in Maine, then there's got to be something that he knows that I could use here in Chicago. And sure enough, there was. He uses hoop houses, unheated, temporary, seasonal crop protection, and growing, of course, crops that are cold hardy and able to make it through the winter. In addition to being a software engineer by day, he's also a very gifted carpenter. And for any of you who know engineers or have engineers in your life, any engineer, whatever kind of engineer they are, they have a particular skill set. They're very qualified at problem solving, they're very analytical, they're very logical, process-oriented, detail-oriented. So I was very grateful that he designed and built a beautiful hoop house, which was extraordinarily designed. It was designed to carry a heavy snow load and to deal with wind here in the Windy City. It did very well, and so we were very happy. Our first year, in 2015, we started putting up this hoop house, and it was probably a little belt and suspenders. It had some extra fortification, which was sort of beyond best practices, but it was ours. It was custom fit to our raised beds, and it was affordable because we built it ourselves with materials which we purchased at Home Depot. And that first season, it got a real workout. We had winds up to 80 miles an hour, we had a bunch of snow, and that hoop house stood firm. So another thing I wasn't thinking about at all, that Dan was at the time, was maximum lot coverage. We wanted to be sure that we did not cover too much of our lot, as there's issues in our town with flooding. And so we are only allowed in Elmhurst to cover no more than 30% of your lot with buildings or structures. So he had been doing that calculation on the side, and we'll get back to that later. That comes up later in our story, but just know we calculated that from the beginning, and we stayed deliberately under the 30% maximum lot coverage. Okay, so in fall of 2015, we were putting up the hoop house that Dan had designed for the first time. And we were doing it a little bit here, a little bit there, evenings and weekends. And one day we came home and saw a notice on our hoop house. And it said that we should stop building and that we were in violation because we had not applied for a permit. Now here I want to be really clear. It hadn't occurred to us, frankly, at all. After living in Elmhurst for almost 20 years, we haven't really put many structures, or I should say we haven't put any structures in our backyard, so we never really thought about it. But we are familiar with the fact that that's widely done throughout our community. We have people with ice rinks and trampolines and gazebos and hoop houses and party tents, and some of these things are used for a weekend or a week or two. Some of them are used for a whole season, like an ice rink. Some of them, like outdoor living rooms, are kept up on a year-round basis. So it didn't occur to us at all that there would be a problem. We thought there was more of a live and let live approach in one's own backyard. Nonetheless, once we got the violation, of course, we stopped building and we went to City Hall straight away. My husband talked to the code enforcement officer who was tasked with our case, and it was determined that as long as our hoop house was temporary, it would be okay. And that was always our plan, for it to be temporary, because it get too hot inside a hoop house during the summer, it would kill all of our crops. So our plan was always for it to be temporary. So we were satisfied with that. Additionally, it seemed consistent with practice elsewhere in the city, as trampolines and ice rinks are not permitted and they're all temporary and they're all okay. So we thought that was logical and consistent and a fair application of things by the code enforcement office. So then, why did we get another violation notice in fall of 2016 when we went to put our hoop house up again, our seasonal temporary hoop house? You'll have to stay tuned for the next episode to find out. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and the bell below to be notified when the next episode comes out. Take care.